The state of our union is strong.
Is the president working for you?
President Trump touting some wins as he delivered the longest State of the Union address on record. At 6:15 this morning, if you can stick around, we'll break down his message to Americans, plus the Democratic response to this last night.
Welcome in here at 6 o'clock. Appreciate you joining us here on a Wednesday, trying to get my day straight.
I walked in and fully thought today was Tuesday.
I know.
So Wednesday was actually an improvement. So I'm glad that we are getting closer and closer to the weekend, closer to a warm up too.
Yeah.
We do have slightly warmer temperatures today though.
All of a sudden the weather's a little different.
Yeah.
Because your Monday and Tuesday were basically the same day.
That's why I thought it was Tuesday.
So we'll give
maybe?
it a pass.
I don't know.
Yeah. Today the sun's coming back out.
Yeah.
That's some good news. We'll be warmer today. Some of us are still above freezing.
Okay, which we haven't been able to say that a lot.
You just have to ask.
Yeah.
Right, we didn't know
I saw
that.
the frowns the past couple of days.
So let me change things around here.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right. Hey,
thank you.
You're going to like your Wednesday. It will feel better. In fact, it already feels better out there this morning. Plus, let's get you a little sunshine. Now, sunrise is not for another hour and a half or so, but we're going to be talking about these clouds slowly breaking from north to south. Now, we may not be completely clear in all directions throughout the day. There are still some clouds coming in from the west, but for the most part, we've really thinned out them quite a bit. Plus, there have been some rain showers. As you were sleeping last night, we're already done with those. Those have been passing on out. You can see them here on Live Doppler 13, just getting on out of here as the clouds break up. So give you more sunshine for this morning. We've had a couple sprinkles still left over around maybe Richmond and Abington, but that's about it. Looking pretty dry now. You may notice if your car was parked outside, a couple little dried raindrops on the windshield just a little bit, but that's it. Look at Carmel. Skies are clearing out. There are a couple little baby clouds out there, but we're getting them out of here. We're getting them out on the south end of Eagle Creek this morning as temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. Now we've dropped in Indianapolis. Reason why the cloud blanket was out there to keep us a little warmer, but we'll get down to the 30s for the next few hours, but then I think we'll rebound back to some 40s later today. Should be a nice one for you overall. Still 42 in Bloomington, still a lot warmer than yesterday morning, even if you are falling back into the 30s. Now coming up, great school day today, 40s this afternoon, finally a nicer recess. But in the meantime, let's get you out the door. Lindsay, how's traffic moving?
Yeah, it'll be a nicer day for crews to be out doing some work here on our roads. Here's Landlick on the northeast side. This is I-465 as you approach those I-69 ramps. Coming up over the next couple of days, we know that crews are going to be out in this stretch of 465 doing some shoulder work and doing some ongoing maintenance as they continue this big clear path project here at 465 and I-69. They also had some ramps that were temporarily blocked overnight. This one from 465 to southbound Benford, as well as 69 south to Benford, coming down the northeast side corridor here. Next phase of this clear path project, get this bridge right here reopened. This is going to be the new bridge. They're going to tear out some old bridges and eventually get that next one reopened. That's going to be the next phase and the final few steps here to get this whole junction reopened for you. So just use some extra caution along this zone if your plans take you around 465 and I-69 over the next couple of days.
It is crunch time for state lawmakers to pass a bill to get to the governor's desk.
One of the biggest bills on the table right now with a lot of attention, bringing the Chicago Bears to Indiana. Anna Chalker is in studio with the big question, will this actually become a reality? Anna, good morning.
Oh, I think some people don't want this answer, but there's a good possibility for that. And all of the steps so far here in the State House are leaning towards the Bears going to Northwest Indiana for their new home. Something we've heard from both sides of the aisle on this bill is that this is going to be generational change. So Senate Bill 27 passed out of the House with overwhelming bipartisan support. So if it becomes law, it would establish the Northwest Indiana Stadium Authority, and that would set up funding to pay for a new stadium in Hammond. And the Bears, they're set to invest over $2 billion into this project. In the state, they now do have to finance portion of the bonds to build the stadium that will be repaid by revenues generated at the stadium and through a renegotiated toll road lease. Lawmakers are saying this is just more than bringing another NFL team and stadium to Indiana.
This is about vision. Major League franchise bring global visibility, year-round tourism, and civic pride. They attract conventions, concerts, other sports, and development that extend far beyond Sunday's game day.
So even with that bipartisan support, there were some changes to this bill, so it's got to go back to its House in the Senate. If those lawmakers agree with this, it will then head over to Governor Braun's desk. This is just one of many that are getting attention this session. We kind of are seeing a wide range of bills this year that really do need approval. So we'll share another one coming up, Senate Bill 199. That one has part of Haley's Law in it, the one surrounding Fisher's teen Haley Busby. A lot going on with that, not just on the social media side, but the education side of the bill as well.
It's so needed.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Anna. 6:05 is your time. An Indianapolis man is in jail charged with threatening to shoot a Marion County judge.
So this allegedly all happened while he was on the phone with his girlfriend, who happened to be in jail at the time on the phone. So during that call, Jordan Williams' girlfriend allegedly told him she'd likely be going to prison. That's when he allegedly threatened to shoot the judge.
Well, he's charged with felony intimidation of a judge and cocaine possession, too.
It's certainly at the top of our priority list to make sure that courthouse proceedings are carried out in a way that's safe, not only for the judicial officers and staff, but also the visitors that come into the courthouse.
Now, you may remember just over a month ago, a judge in Tippecanoe County, Steve Meyer, and his wife, Kimberly, survived a shooting in their home.
6 people are charged in that case, including a man who is about to go on trial.
And the Indiana Supreme Court did issue a statement on this most recent situation, too.
In part, it reads, "We continue to believe that the safety of our judges is of the utmost priority. Our judges across the state have resources available to assess the safety of their courthouses and homes. We're encouraged that legislation to protect the personal information of judges is being advanced through the House and Senate." Well, this morning, IMPD wants your help when it comes to solving open homicide investigations, and that includes Chris Somersville's case. He was shot and killed a year ago today.
Yeah, but his mother says it's just like yesterday. We spoke with her, who she's still searching for answers. Ella Rhodes joins us now with more on what she had to say in her plea this morning.
Somerville's mom, Denise Smith, wants someone to come forward to police with any information to help make an arrest in her son's case. On February 25th of last year, IMPD responded to Beeler Avenue. That's near 34th Street in Lyndhurst Drive. Officers found Somerville shot and he later died at the hospital. Still no arrest for who shot him. 1 year later, Somerville's case is one of 73 unsolved homicides from 2025. Police say unsolved cases don't mean closed, which gives Denise Smith hope that a tip or evidence might bring her closer to closure.
Think about, search your heart, you know, that this could be you. It could be your family. You know, you never know. I never in a million years thought I would be in this situation.
IMPD has an unsolved homicide unit that constantly reviews evidence for cases like Somerville's. IMPD says all it takes is one call or going back through that security camera footage to help someone in a family get answers. And also, Chris Somerville would have turned 37 yesterday.
That's heartbreaking, but no tip too small is what police are saying about what could help a mom like that get closure. Thank you, Anna.
Exactly. Thank you.
A former IMPD officer is sentenced to 72 years in prison for child molestation and other child sex crimes. The investigation into Kamal Bola started in 2024 after a recording device was found in a room of an underage girl in Hendricks County. Police then discovered Bola committed repeated acts of sexual misconduct against the girl over an extended period of time. He resigned from IMPD in 2024 and was convicted last month.
This morning, funeral services are set for NFL receiver and former Purdue star Rondale Moore.
He died Saturday in New Albany from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Visitation, we know, is scheduled for next Thursday, March 5th at Northside Christian Church in New Albany. It starts at 6. His funeral is then next Friday, the 6th, at the same church at 11 a.m.
Well, Hoosiers turned out big time to talk about a $1 trillion gold rush, apparently.
Nearly 200 people from across the state showed up in Indy for the People's Hearing on Data Centers. Yes, we are still talking about them. Hoosiers Action hosted this one, all revolving around data center bills. They say none of them actually got a hearing in the Indiana General Assembly.
Though some on both sides of the aisle believe that data centers threaten long-term quality of life, from affecting water supply to driving up energy costs.
This issue is going to impact my kids and the kids they have and the kids they have. And these data centers are going to be living for a lot longer than I will or you will.
I think all of us are fighting for our lives and for the lives of future generations as well.
Two state senators planned to attend that people's hearing, but they had to cancel due to the session that's happening right now. Several people tell us they're also planning to peacefully protest at an upcoming meeting at the Metropolitan Development Commission. It's tomorrow.
And for the past year, we have, of course, seen crowds growing to protests surrounding data center projects in Indiana. Several of them have actually canceled after widespread demonstrations by people who live in the neighborhoods. If you'd like to read more about the data center bills that lawmakers actually ignored and learn what is driving the unprecedented boom in this kind of development right now in Indiana, you can head to WTHR.com.
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
President Trump making the case to the American people that his agenda is working. We'll break down his message and the Democrats' response next.